In this video, we're talking about how to build a community. If you've ever wondered how to build an online community, you're going to want to stay tuned. So whether you're an online course creator, a coach, a digital entrepreneur, this video is going to show you how to nurture, find, and ascend those dream customers of yours. Stay tuned. First, we're going to break down the difference between communities and tribes. How do we speak to them? How do we nurture them? And how do we inspire them to change the world? Then we're going to dive into the visibility hacking engagement framework and how you can use it to nurture and engage your own community as well. Last, I'm going to show you the power of community and how focusing on your people as well as profits will help you change the world. Stay tuned. First, we have to talk about the difference between communities and tribes. Communities, on the one hand, are part of our patrons. They're our clients. Those are the people that you serve. Those are the people who are along the journey with you, who share that vision of a better future. These are the people who you are able to help achieve great results. Remember, we outline what is that great world we want to see, and then we're going to take the steps in order to get there. Our communities are the people who are also along that same journey. So if you think of it this way, if you think about climbing a mountain, right? Your community are the people who are along for that hike as well. On the other hand, we're going to talk about tribes. And tribes are a little bit higher up on that mountain. They're a few steps ahead of your community on their climb to the top of that same mountain. Your tribe may not necessarily be people who are purchasing your products, but your tribe are people who have bought into the idea of you as the attractive business leader. Your tribes are the other entrepreneurs and the other business owners that are serving your types of people. Maybe you have complementary services or complementary products to this other person. Or maybe you have a lot of synergy between your brand and their brand. These are the people who are serving you, the entrepreneur. So making sure that we understand who our community is, the people who are following us along the way, and who our tribes are, the people who we are following along the way, then we can understand how we speak to them differently. The people who are in your tribes are the people who you are reaching for. They're the people who are a few steps ahead of you on the journey. So the way that you talk to them is going to be completely different than the way that you talk to your community, the people who are following you. With both cases, you need to make sure that you're speaking authentically, that you're speaking from the heart. But you also want to make sure that you're speaking to the right level of value. You're not going to teach introductory basics to the people in your tribe. Instead, you're going to focus those basics on getting your people the results that they need. So that's the difference, my friends, between communities and tribes. Now, before I dive into any more of these engagement strategies, I want to personally invite you to follow along with my journey to building influence, authority, and income online. Join my channel, subscribe, and follow along the journey with me. I have so much I want to share with you guys, from influence building to how to become that #1 expert, and ultimately how to make money in your bank account while you're also impacting the world in a positive way. Follow along, make sure you subscribe. I release new videos every single week. Now that we're done with that, let's get back into these strategies. Now, the visibility hacking engagement strategy is so super powerful. You got to strap yourself down. So make sure you're sitting, make sure you're comfortable, and let's get into the 4 parts of the engagement strategy. The first part is the insider identity. This is the name that you give your people. Once they step into your world, who do they become? In my world, you become a visibility hacker. In the world of Russell Brunson, you might become a funnel hacker. If you're in the world of Catherine Jones, you become an insider. There are different ways to name your people, but in order to achieve that buy-in, that mental buy-in from your people, You have to give them a name, give them an identity. The second part of the framework is connection. Those are the opportunities your people have to connect with you, the attractive character, you, the person who has achieved the tangible results in which they are seeking. So we're talking about having members only calls. We're talking about having Zoom calls for your members. We're talking about having an opportunity for your people to ask you questions that you will actually give answers to. Think about this. When we have celebrities, back in the day, before social media happened, when there were celebrities, we used to write them letters, cross our fingers, and hope that they respond. Most of the time, they never did. But nowadays, we have the ability to become those celebrities ourselves and to respond to those questions, comments, concerns that our people are addressing. And when we're taking our people on this epic journey of achieving beautiful results, well, we have to make sure we have the ability to answer those questions along the way. This piece of connection is what's going to help continue to get your people's brains into a state where they trust you and they will want to buy from you. The third part of the framework is shaping the experience. You want to give your people the tools they need to actually change the world around you. So maybe that's giving them the skills they need to achieve a result in their business or in their family or in their personal fitness journey. Or it's an opportunity for them to shape the experience within your program. This is what happens a lot in a beta program, where the input and the feedback that our people are giving us are what's helping us as course creators and as product designers help shape the better experience for our people. So we learn from the feedback to create a better experience moving forward. And it's those people in our beta group, it's the people who gave us that impact or that feedback that are actually shaping that experience for generations to come. If we build it appropriately and we celebrate that feedback and we celebrate the impact that our people are bringing to our programs, we're able to create a beautiful, well-nurtured community. And the fourth part of the framework is Armour. You'll see a lot of coaches and a lot of program runners having their own branded merch. And this isn't because they just love to fill their closet with their own brand. It's a really important part of the engagement framework. So look around. What kind of coaches or product designers or coaches do you know out there who are putting their brand on t-shirts? We see Steve Larson and the Capitalist Pigs walking around with their piggy bank t-shirts. We see Team Jaxed and everything to do with Marley Jax with their beautiful golden lions everywhere. We see Catherine Jones and her insiders in their bright daffodil yellow outfits. We see people using these armors not just to bring your tribe together and to bring your community together, but we're also seeing it as a way for each individual in your program to put on that toughness, to put on that identity. So when they start doubting the story they tell themselves, they just have to look in the mirror and say, no, I belong to a different tribe. I belong to a tribe of people who are successful. I belong to a tribe of people who are pushing themselves forward, a tribe of people who do things differently, a tribe of people who do hard things but achieve great results. So how does your engagement framework look like in your business? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. What great slogans have you seen on people's shirts? What great logos have you seen on people's stuff? And if you have your own branded merch for your business and your movement, definitely drop the links below. I would love to check out what you've got on tap. I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you focus on your people and your profits, you'll be able to achieve great impact in the world. But what does that actually look like? In reality, you need to be focusing on your people. Then the profits will come. And what this means is you need to be listening. We were all born with 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means we should be listening twice as much as we are talking, or we need to be taking in twice as much as we're putting out there. So a lot of gurus will tell you to publish, 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 And I am very much on board with that method of thinking. And a lot of gurus will tell you to ask your people stuff. And I am totally on board with that. So what I think you guys should do is when you are building your community, I want you to constantly be listening. Listen to their pain points. Listen to the problems that they have and put on your entrepreneurial hat. A lot of people will think that the entrepreneurial hat means that they're in this slimy salesman kind of situation, but an entrepreneur really is a problem solver. There's someone who knows how to listen to the problems of their market, create solutions, and then sell those solutions to the people who need the result. So if you're putting on your entrepreneurial hat, if you're really listening to your community and you're looking for problems to solve, then you'll be able to create products, create solutions to those problems that your people are already sharing with you. It's a lot easier than you think. A lot of us will design these courses and design these programs in a complete vacuum. Then we'll launch it to the market to crickets and wonder why no one buys it. Well, the reality is if you listen to your people and you create products based around achieving actual results that your people are looking for, you'll be able to sell tons and tons of that before you even launch. Take that for a tip. Now, if you're a visionary entrepreneur, a course creator, an online entrepreneur, well, I have got something for you. If you want to launch your next product, if you want to build your business or take your movement to the next level, then I think you need to be doing more visibility hacking. And the easiest way to get started with the visibility hacking movement is to check out the Visibility Hacking Secrets training that's linked down below. It's absolutely free and it'll give you everything you need to know to level up your influence, your authority, and your income online. Check the links in the description. I can't wait to see what you do with this stuff.